Hello YouTube, welcome to a new episode of Synth News, the format that sums up all hardware and software news from the last week. There are a lot of interesting topics, and let's start with a less surprise. Dave Smith was a guest on the Audio Nowcast stream where he talks about the big comeback of the Prophet-5 and how happy he is about this event. He not only answered all the questions about the P5, but also mentioned at the end of the stream that they will release soon the desktop versions of the Prophet-5 and Prophet-10. They will be available for purchase at the end of the year. Currently, they have assembled a unit already on site to take the first photos. As I said, not a big news, because we know that Sequential almost always publish desktop versions of their synths. Nonetheless, it's nice to see that this upgraded Legend now also gets a desktop version. Looking forward to see it. On top, Dave Smith also said in the stream that they are currently working on 2 new products, excluding the Prophet desktop versions, but cannot comment on them. Very exciting. One more day, so Tuesday, until Novation reveals the secret new product made in collaboration with FX Twin. Much has been speculated, but now the information will be more concrete. According to a user 18.8.1971 on Reddit known as FX Twin, it will be a reskinned version of the Base Station 2. He says it's a reskinned Base Station 2. I love the machine, much easier to use, with the function written in the right places, sounds beautiful. I opt to make zero money out of it, just doing it for the love of putting awesome, affordable tools out there into the world. And extremely happy to help out an amazing company like Novation. Very talented people working there. We also have something completely new designed from scratch, planned, but it's a long way, but hopefully if the Base Station 2 does well, it can become a reality. It will be something I have dreamed about making most of my life, finger crossed. I cannot confirm whether he really wrote that, however, it would make sense, especially if you put the interface snippets together. So it will probably be a Novation AFX station that is based on the Base Station 2 engine, but equipped with a newly designed interface and possible new FX Twin style features. The Base Station 2 is a quite old synth in my opinion, but I trust Novation that they have changed it in such a way that it becomes a different instrument. Looking forward for Tuesday when Novation will present it to the public. Let's move on with 3 software news. Bitwig Studio has announced last week Bitwig Studio 303 that brings wavetable synthesis into the synthesizer engine. Since this is based on modular synthesis, you can go beyond classic wavetable synths. Use several oscillators, combine different synthesis types, filters, put the sound in deep motion with complex modulators, and so on. Very versatile. Then there is Polymer, a new modular synth inside the modular engine. Yep, that sounds crazy, but instead of offering even more options, this reduces them to the essentials. Polymer can be seen as a template synth with which you can easily build your own synths. It has oscillator, filter, and envelope sections. This includes 7 oscillator types, 5 filters, and 4 envelopes. Mainly, it takes away time-consuming patching of always returning modules. Of course, you can go deeper by expanding it with the Bitwig style modularity. Keep it simple or go deeper, it's your choice. Besides this, it comes with new modulators, editing, and workflow improvements. All in all, a big upcoming synthesizer update for Bitwig Studio 3. Let's stay with modular synthesis. Softube has also expanded its modular plugin. Interesting, there are no new developments, but already known products in a different form. The developers have released the previously released synthesizer plugins Parallels, Monument Bass, and Statement Lead from their chains and published the most important synthesis parts as modules. From oscillators, filters, and effects, everything is included. It is nice that the plugin users get the modules as a free addition. So there is a good reason to try out Softube Modular as a Parallels, Monument Bass, or Statement Lead user. This new move already happened with the new Model 72 plugin, where the synthesis engine was automatically added as a module. I like the way Softube is now upgrading the modular plugin, especially with content that is new and refreshing. Hopefully this will also be well received by the customers. Let's see, but I like it. New month, new Puremagnetik plugin. Darklands is a new, unique, easy-to-use FM synthesizer plugin with which you can create bizarre, dystopian-style sounds from the underworld. Interesting is here that Darklands does not use classic Yamaha-style FM synthesis, but a more simplified version of it. However, this doesn't make the plugin any more boring or unversatile. For example, parameters can be moved with various modulators, or the built-in BPM synchronized ladder filter can create rhythmic pulsations up to AM typical effects. Very special and dark in terms of sound. so it doesn't sound like a typical FM synth in the sound demos. Well worth a try for $9 only. Okay, time for hardware again, and many news from Behringer. First, they announced that the ARP 2600 and Monopoly clones are now in production. This is the good news, as a lot of people are waiting for both synths. According to Behringer, the first units will be sent to dealers in November, so the chances are good that you can see them under this Christmas tree. If I had to choose one, it would be the 2600, as this is probably one of the most exciting clones from Behringer. Unfortunately, there are no prices, but Behringer announced today that they will publish the price tomorrow, so looking forward for this. Second, they announced that development of the new RD8 firmware is in the final phase and that they are currently looking for public beta testers. If the beta version proved to be stable, the RD9 will also be released. As a reminder, there was firmware problems and the developers therefore decided to completely rewrite them. Since the RD9 is also based on this, the analog clone of the TR909 has not yet been out. According to them, the RD9 will be released when the firmware is ready. Good news, maybe also the RD9 before Christmas. A question for you, are you still interested in the RD9 even after waiting so long or not? Let me know in the comments below. Mysterious. Model Electronics published a teaser for a new blue synthesizer on SynthFest 2020 online edition. You can see a lot on the teaser, but it remembers me a bit of the Argon 8 keyboard version. But I don't think it has anything to do with the Argon 8. It's likely a new development. Since Model Electronics are known to be the digital experts, I guess we are seeing a new digital synth, possible a new modern polyphonic FM synth, or a virtual analog, maybe even a sculpt with more voices. We will apparently find out more about this synth in November, so great to see that Model is active again. After a lot of software modular, a bit of hardware modular should not be missing here. Frequency Central from UK has expanded its Eurorack range of Boolean logic-based modules with 2 new releases. Logic Bomb and Reset Simulation are slimmer alternatives to the classic Deep Through with very similar functions. With both modules, for example, gate signals can be passed through Boolean logic functions. So the modules are quite similar, but they differ only in the use. Logic Bomb has 2 times 2 inputs and the possibility to set 1 function per channel. Reset Simulation on the other side has outputs for each function. So the same idea for module, but differently in the workflow. All in all, very clever modules in my opinion, that let you make your patterns, for example, more interesting. Mutable Instruments also has something new at the start. No new module, unfortunately no Cloud Stew yet, but an alternative firmware for the Stages modulation module. It expands the onboard 4-step sequencer with new functionalities and simplifies the workflow. So a really inspiring new update. And beside this, a user has discovered a new alternative mode for the marbles module. So if you press longer on the mode switch, you can activate this kind of Easter egg mode that unleashes new settings. In short, 2 welcome news from Mutable Instruments in my opinion, and nice to see how existing modules can be expanded so extensively. Finally, there's something for my iOS friends. Korg has updated its Module Pro app to version 4, in addition to a new lovely synthesizer module called Hybrid, which looks to me like a Waldorf KV37 keyboard. There is no AOV3 support. Yes, it's not a dream. Korg can develop AOV3 apps. Thanks for that. It will expand the possibilities a lot for this app, and I hope it won't be the last. And the software deal of the week is not really a deal, but an advice for you. Only buy your software from retailers you trust. Even if it's the lowest price, check the deal, because it's better to get legal software than stolen. There's no Omnisphere 2 or Serum for $20 or Logic Pro for $79. More precisely, since August, an ad has been on Facebook about Logic Pro X for $79. This is pure scam. If you would like to learn more about this and why this is a scam, please read my article on plugin.deals or syndanatomy.com. But for more legit plugin deals and free downloads, check plugin.deals, the sister website of Synth Anatomy. I hope you enjoyed this new episode of Synth News. Let me know in the comments below your favorite news of the week. It would be cool to discuss with you. Big thanks for watching and for your continued support. Big thanks, and hope to see you again in one of the next Synth Anatomy videos. Bye!